Okay, good afternoon. It's another week, and of course, a brand new episode of your favorite current affairs program, 60 Minutes Nigeria. My name is Egosa Agbonlao, your anchor on the show. I must tell you that today's program is very, very important to the development of this country. We are looking at the role of parents in nation building, the role of parents in the development of Nigeria. And of course, I have very, very eminent personalities with me, very distinguished personalities with me to dissect this issue, because this issue is important. If Nigeria must be catapulted to very, very enviable heights in the Committee of Nations, then this topic is of importance. I have with me a clergyman who, of course, represents the youths, that the youths can do well. Apostle Elvis Agbonaima, nice to have you on the show today.
Thanks for having me.
Okay, so we also have with us the Secretary, Christian Association of Nigeria, Edo State Chapter, Sir Best Iriabi, a highly well-traveled man. Nice to have you with us today.
Thank you for having me.
Okay, now, only on Sunday, just last Sunday, designated as World Father's Day, celebrated in Nigeria. But security problems, economic problems, so many problems, and not so many people are aware that parents play a pivotal role in terms of helping Nigeria or contributing to Nigeria's development. If the parents play their role well, the children are given proper upbringing, the children are well educated, the cultural values are inculcated in the children, and they grow with that, then these children will grow to become youths, become adults, and of course leaders. Now there is a school of thought that is saying that let's give leadership back to the youths. If the youths are not well tutored, the youths are not well brought up, can they lead? Edo State government has taken the lead now. The new cabinet of Edo State government that is being formed, there's a percentage given to the youth. The state governor, Mr. Governor Obaseki, has already said the SSA definitely will not exceed 35 years. I think it's from 35 down, from 40 down. So we are looking at a crop of young people that will be joining the state governor to develop the state. And some other governors have also adopted that. Okay, so let's start with Sir Best Iriabi. You're an elderly man,
Yes.
a well-traveled man as well. You've seen it all. Now, the kind of abysmal behavior that we observe now in Nigeria, where people have no regards for human beings, they have no regards for others, they misbehave. Don't you think parents share in the blame?
Of course, the bane of Nigeria, vis-a-vis what you just talked about, is traceable to bad parenting.
Okay.
You know, because the parents, they are the first educators of their children. Right from the time a woman is pregnant, that is the time you are supposed to be very conscious of who you are as a mother or as a parent. Okay. Where you go, what you eat, the discussion you get involved in. Why the baby is in the fetus? Because the baby already is a human being yet to be born. That baby is already imbibing things through you. So when the baby is eventually giving birth to, before going to achieve or attain Western education, the parent is the first educator. Now, when we are growing up, mothers, parents have time for their children. Today, parents no longer have time for their children because of pecuniary reason. Everybody tracing wealth, before it is 5 a.m. in the morning, they have gone their separate ways, and they push these little children to the school, as if the school is the place where you are going to get all the moral training and all that. So parents no longer have time, and so children are left in the hands of those who are not even have the wherewithal, the capacity to give moral education to their world. Now, those days as we were growing up, you sit around your parents. They tell you stories. They talk about check values. Oh, this family, this is what we are known for. Even right from greetings in the family.
Okay.
How to greet elders and stuff like that.
Yeah.
We were all tutored. But nowadays, who know that? Now, what happened now is that because of the influx of Western education, and we are copying it very wrongly, a child wakes up in the morning and say, "Hi, pops." I mean, for God's sake, that is not part of our culture.
No.
We have our way of greetings. We kneel down. We genuflect when we see an elder.
Yes.
In fact, every elder are our parents. Every father who is an elderly man is your father. Every elderly woman is your mother. That is how we grew up. And we're not just taken to school like that. This education started from home. How to, even while you are eating, remember, you eat with your parents, your siblings, all of you gather together to eat, and your parents are watching you. Who is not doing well, who is not doing right, and all that, they correct you instantly.
Yes.
But that is no longer so. That has been the problem. Now we believe that when you just give birth to a child, you have all the money to send the child to school, you put the child to school, pay the fees, and all that happens, done so, you have done your job. No. You must pay the price. You must watch over your kids, with ceaseless vigilance, day and night. How many people go to attend what do you call it, parent-teacher association? How many people go to parent-teacher association meeting? You have your word. It comes to tell you tomorrow is our PTA meeting. Do parents have time to go and check what their works is doing in the school? Do they have time to go to attend to open day in the school? As long as we have the money to throw about, we have paid the school fees, that's enough. That is the problem we are having today. Okay. We do not have moral education anymore. Yes. That one is lost completely, and it will take a little while before we can bring them back. The Bible, was very clear on this issue. Teach a child the way it should go, so that when the child grows up, he will not depart from this norm. Okay. But today, we don't have anything. What I gave a talk to a group of people during Father's Day, and I said, we used to have what we call juvenile delinquency, but just now we have adult delinquency. Both the adult and the juvenile are the same. And in the course of this program, perhaps I will elucidate.
Thank you for your opening remarks. Come back to you. Apostle Elvis Agbonayima, what's your take on this? Before we take a break to introduce our third guest.
Well, thank you very much. Okay. It's a very wonderful topic. Yes. By the grace of God, I'm a father. Okay. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, I'm over a decade in marriage.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Okay.
Now, you can't give what you don't have. When talking about development of Nigeria, the role of parents, now we have to start with the quality of parents. Okay. Because the quality of parents will determine the quality of the children. For example, I remember those days when we were growing up. Fathers, mothers used to sit their children down, teach them life, teach them the future. How many parents have that time now? We have too many premature parents. How do I mean? Those days, before you go and see a man as a female, you look for a better story to tell. But can I shock you now? You see a boy and a girl just dating. The next thing, she has packed her things into the boy's house. She's already calling the guy my husband. In those days, you can't dare try that. You see, the quality of parents will determine the quality of the children. Now, the reason why things are going the way it's going now, because a lot of our parents has failed the children. Because many parents, they don't have what to offer. For example, now, how can I tell my children about marriage, about integrity when it comes to marriage? When I'm with a man who I claim to be my husband, I've given birth to 5 children, he has not even seen my family, and I'm calling him my husband. I've already laid the wrong foundation. And everything, in short, the children learn fast from what happened in their environment. Those days, you see mothers, there are things they cannot say to their husband in the presence of their children. But does that thing happen now? The society we are, or not to parents, that everything that they are doing, their children are learning from them. Sometimes we look at them as, their children. I used to tell people around me, I say, listen, what you don't know when you were 18 years, your child now of about 8 years know better than you. You know, what you don't know when you were even 20 years. Some children of about 9 knows it.
Because we're in a jet age.
Yes. Now, our parents truly have really failed the children. Because many of them, you know, the Bible talks about we should live by example. How many parents are living by example? For example, a father who drinks anyhow, who smokes cigarette. I even send the children, the infant, to go and buy for him. Now, what are you teaching the children? Those days, as a child, when you are coming up, we grow up like this, you know, that, you know, when you are bringing anything to the house, for example, you know, you have to explain. If you don't have a good explanation concerning what you just bought, you will be in soup. But today, your parents, your father, your mother might look at you and say, can't you see your mate? That is where the problem begins. And at the end, the thing affects the society. It affects Nigeria as a country because the quality of parenting has dropped. The parents who are supposed to have offered good counsel, you know, good advice to the children are nowhere to be found. You know, you cannot correct error with error. And you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That is where we find ourselves in this dilemma. Okay. Because the parents, those who are supposed to have lived by example, are not living by example.
Okay.
That is where we find ourselves.
Okay, thank you. That's the opening remarks of Apostle Elvis Agbonayima. Like I told you, he also represents the youth on this show. But I'm going to introduce my third guest, Apostle Kesi Chukwu. And that will be after this break.
We don't come again with our empowerment program. Do it yourself. It don't take when you dey look for work and you no sit down look oh. Come register for this ogbonge program. We go put food for your table and even kpata make you employer of labor. For this edition, we go teach you how to make the following things: bar soap, ice cream, body cream, piggery, rabbitry, grass cutter, poultry, snarery, fishery, wedding cake, birthday cake and queen's cake, mushroom farming, makeup, beads, sandals, plus including paper flower. The date for this ogbonge program now 23rd and 24th of July 2021 will be Saturday and Sunday. The time now 8 o'clock in the morning. The 25th unko now 7,500 naira.
Venue now ITV Radio Corporate Office for Glass House Airport Road for Benin City.
My people, onado.
My name is Fatima Yusuf, a polio vaccinator working in Lagos. The challenge we face is mainly misunderstanding. Some say because the children receive routine immunization at health center, they don't need the one we give at home. Some won't go to the health center to receive routine immunization because they receive the polio vaccine at home. But both are important. Look at the dirty environment, bad sewage disposal, people defecating openly, contaminated water. Everything needed to spread polio is all around all of us. Polio can lead to paralysis and even death. You can't even say prevention is better than cure. Because for polio, there is no cure, only prevention.
I'm here to tell you that polio is like the rain that doesn't befriend anybody. The only cover against polio is for every child under the age of 5 to receive the polio vaccine. Your child is at risk because polio know they look face. Polio doesn't discriminate.
Protect your child. Get them immunized in the hospital and at home.
How you go stay for 4 days without food inside this house? I don't hear anything today. You must give me that money, oh.
Mr. Daddy, why you want to use hunger kill your wife? I used to take care of my family 100% until when something can happen. Nothing happen. They send me text message say bank don't block my account number. Say I never complete my BVN registration. They say I call the number where did that text message. I can't call them. They say I send them my ATM number and the number where did the back of the ATM, including the expiring date. I can't text everything sent to them. The next thing I see, na alert. They begin to beat my account until they finish the whole account.
You don't fall Mugu with that.
Okay, what's in that come in now?
It means say your husband, you don't dupe am.
Hey!
My country people, if anybody send on a text message or email, say make una send on a ATM or BVN number, no send them because na thief them be. Anybody where they use internet, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, or personal mobile phone, fee fall Mugu. No share your ATM pin, password, or personal information online. Shine your eyes on cyber criminals full internet.
Okay, it's always a delight to know that you are there savoring your time with us on the show. Your 1 hour with us, like I always say, will not be wasted because this program surely is enlightening, is educative, and also entertaining. It brings to the fore very crucial national issues. And on today's edition, we're looking at the role of parents in nation building, the role of parents in the development of Nigeria. Just joining us is also our highly regarded, highly respected man of God, Apostle Kezichukwu, who also speaks for the youth. Nice to have you on the program.
It's my pleasure. Good afternoon.
And we're going to...
I apologize for coming late.
Okay, thank you. That's what we're talking about. You see, he has just led by example. That's it. So you get to know them by what they offer. So Apostle, we just get straight to you. Your opening remarks on this topic, role of parents. It is believed that Nigeria could have been better if parents actually train their children properly, who eventually become youth, because it is believed that the children of today or the youths of today are leaders of tomorrow. So what's your take on this?
Well, Apostle, I've already said what I wanted to say.
Okay.
And I was so happy
when
he was speaking. You see, that will fall us back to the government.
Okay.
Because what is really happening is when a parent, you that is a father, a mother, you can no longer take care of house rent, feeding, you have already sold your birthright as a father, whereby your daughter begin to support you in paying house rent, in feeding, then you have little respect to them. The only thing you owe them is you are their father.
Just like that?
Just like that. That's the only thing you owe them, that you are their father. Because they are the one taking care of everything, pay the house rent. A man can just come and you see the man with a good car, you are even happy. Tell your daughter, who is that one? Say, Papa, now they give us money till they feed you. Then be that go say, oh, go, how are you? You don't even care the source, how the young man got the money or how the money came about. You are just happy that your daughter or your son have met somebody who is bringing money to the family. So if the government has made life balanced for our parents, they will have this power to correct the children. When a father is receiving a good salary paid by the government, he can take care of the house, you can feed the children, he can pay house rent, pay light bill. No, the children is doing it. I remember when I was growing up, I bought this computer game.
Yeah.
My father seized it because I could not explain how I got that money. And I know that I stole that money from my mother. The way I used to sell food for my mother, I would just hide, I'll collect 20 naira, I'll put it, then I'll put it, you know, I was hiding like that, I gathered the money. So my father came home one afternoon because what I do is, when my father is not around, I will hide the computer. When he goes to work, I'll bring it out and play. After playing, I'll go and hide it. One day, he just came out about after 3, saw the computer, who owns it. I kept quiet, I could not answer. He seized it. In the night, with a cane, how did you get money to buy this computer? I could not explain. He started flogging me. Which I knew on time. I could have knew with my mother to cover me up, but I didn't know on time. So you see that my father was able to correct me because he was providing everything I need. But when a father cannot provide what the children need, it's very difficult to correct them. And that's where you see that, you see parents are telling them, oh, my son, I pray you win this local government chairman, oh, may you win now, may you come build house here, may you come do this one. They don't care whether you stole from government coffer. All they just want is, you are going there, oh, no go do mumu, oh, don't go and do a useless thing, oh, go there, steal as your mate used to steal. I want to buy a car, I want to be like the other one, son. Don't you see, he bought a car, because the parents has lot value, they cannot achieve this thing with their own strength. So they now see it as encouraging to encourage their children to go into crime, to get anything to remove them from suffering. So our government have a better role to play to help our parents so that they can be able to nurture the children. Or else we have real future failure ahead of Nigeria. We don't know who is going to be the next president in 2023 now. We don't know what the family have sown into that one's mind. We don't know what the people who are living around the person has already imputed into the person's mind. Today, a young girl is known as a successful young girl when you are dating a Yahoo boy. It doesn't matter how the boy got the money, as far as the boy have a car, a good car, the girl don't want to care, the father don't want to care. If you call with a poor man, the father will chase you out. He will tell you, I am poor, you can't marry a poor man. Go outside there, go and look for a guy that is there. You don't see Yahoo boys. Parents now encourage children for prostitution. Have you not seen parents sponsoring children to abroad to do prostitute? They are sponsoring them because they can no longer take care of their own personal need again. They now depend on the children. So we still beg the government. The government have a role to play.
Thank you very much. That's the opening remarks of Apostle Kezi Chukwu. He took it from a different dimension. But the topic, like I told you, very important to nation building. You must have the third eye to really understand what we are talking about today. The society is a reflection of the home. If the parents play their role well, the children are well educated, the children are given proper upbringing, they grow up to become dependable youths of integrity. And if eventually they are given political, they are appointed into any political office or elected into any political office, they will exhibit integrity. I'm not judging anyone here. You know the man they call Mr. Integrity? Only a few days ago, he has been sentenced to 7 years imprisonment. He has been handed 7 years imprisonment for collecting bribe from oil magnate or $10. So we don't want all those kind of scandal, and I believe that Nigeria can be better off if people get the right values. Okay, let's get more comments from Sir Best Iriabe, who is the Secretary, Christian Association of Nigeria. Yes, what other angle do you have to this discussion?
Yes. The family life, or the family unit is a microcosm of the larger society.
Okay.
If you are a father, you are a president. You may not go by that nomenclature, that's what you are.
A president of your home?
Of your home. You are the governor of your home.
Okay.
That's what you are. You may not go by that nomenclature. That's what, so